Hey everybody, welcome to Twin Talk. We are your hosts, Chris Hart.
Kevin Hart.
And today we're going to be talking about the Vanity Fair exclusive on the new Jared Leto pictures as Joker in the upcoming Snyder Cut of Justice League.
Last week we got a sneak peek of the Jared Leto Joker's new look, blurred out image, but now we get a full reveal, 2 new images, according to the VanityFair.com article. A little bit words with Zack Snyder. We get a little bit into the story and his version of the character in Justice League.
Last week we actually made a video on that blurry image. That image didn't really show much. It was very, very blurry, and all we saw was really that Joker card. And in the background, it looked like a balding Joker almost. The only thing we could really tell from that picture was that he was definitely wearing surgical gloves. So I'm definitely excited to see that Vanity Fair released these 2 high-resolution new pictures of a full-bodied Jared Leto Joker in this new look that Zack Snyder has given him.
My take right away from this image is this dude stinks. He looks terrible. He looks like he's been working at a butcher for over 40 years, and he looks like he's got freezer burn, and he's just done with it all.
Yeah, he definitely looked like, you just look at that picture and it's like, yeah, he probably reeks, he definitely looks like Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is not a good thing, not a good look for anybody. But if it's going to be anybody, it might as well be the Joker. He's had some almost like horror-inspired runs of his character, especially recently with Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's recent Death of the Family, where he cut his face off and then stapled it back on. So there's definitely been some horror-inspired Joker themes in the past decade, and this looks to continue that as we see that he's wearing this nasty, blood-stained, almost like it looks like a surgical outfit, but maybe it's his his straight jacket. He's definitely wearing these creepy gloves that are definitely purple. Even in a black and white photo, you know that those gloves are purple. Yeah.
I don't know how big of a role this Joker is going to have, Jared Leto, but all I know is that it will probably be more than the 8 minutes that he was in Suicide Squad for, or Studio Squad. Again, as we said, he must have walked off the set of Little Things and came right onto this set for the cameo, because Jared Leto's definitely unwilling to cut that mane, that lion's mane, his long hair.
Yeah, he's got a nice head of lettuce. He definitely sported it in the recent Warner Brothers film, The Little Things. And I expect this Joker to maybe be drinking Busch beer and just obsessed with murder mysteries on Netflix, and just this Joker would definitely be somebody that finds Batman digging holes and be like, I've never killed anyone in my entire life. And then gets hit with a shovel by Batman and credits. So I assume the Snyder Cut will be better than the Little Things that premiered on HBO Max last week. But I'm looking forward to this version of the Joker. And let's get into the article a little bit.
Gone are the face tattoos and slicked back emerald undercut hairstyle of that movie, replaced by a visage that looks like a creature who crawled out of the basement of a long-abandoned insane asylum. Arkham Asylum? Maybe he did. Leto was wearing a hospital gown and surgical mask in the photos Snyder released exclusively to Vanity Fair, which the director says is probably a remnant of his escape into the wild when the world fell. In some of this Justice League scenes, Leto's Joker sports a bulletproof vest festooned with grimy law enforcement badges. He has tons of badges, Snyder said. Those are his trophies. That's very cool. I like that. I want to see that look.
I'm loving that. That reminds me of I recently just read the Sean Gordon Murphy original graphic novel of Batman, The White Knight, where Joker becomes Jack Napier again, and he wears the GCPD bulletproof vest. So that kind of reminds me of that. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm wondering if because clearly he doesn't have the face tattoos. Maybe there was laser surgery in the apocalypse, but because at the end of Suicide Squad, isn't he wearing a GCPD uniform? So maybe that's the first cop.
Yeah, he is actually. Yeah,
that he took his badge from, and maybe that'd be cool.
I like that.
Hopefully that'll be work into the canon. Maybe that'll be how this Joker ties into this Joker now.
One of the things I like here is that Snyder says, he originally didn't have the Joker in his idea of the Justice League, but he says, I will say that it was always my intention to bring Joker into that world. And one of my things was, I was always upset, especially now knowing, in retrospect, looking back and seeing that Ben Affleck's Batman never really got to interact with Jared Leto's Joker. especially since, they had that awesome scene in Suicide Squad where Batman's on top of the car and Harley and Joker on a date night. And I wanted to see those two characters in a room, give them an interrogation room scene. And who knows what it came out of that, They're both quality actors. Why not wait to see what magic comes out of that? And it just never happened. And hopefully now we'll get to see something at least.
And then the article gives us a spoiler warning, I guess, a little bit into the storyline of the Snyder Cut Justice League. It says, Joker appears in the new film during a sequence set on a ruined Earth after the alien tyrant Darkseid invades and decimates the planet. It's a dream sequence, a psychic vision, experienced by Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne that reveals what will happen if the superheroes fail to stop the onslaught. Joker is sort of the ghost of Christmas yet to come, supplying motivation through terror. It kind of reminds me of, I guess, is this the tie to the nightmare sequence? Kind of like what the Flash was trying to warn him in BVS. Is Joker now kind of his future conscience kind of haunting him, telling him this is what you'll be, or this is what will happen if you don't stop Darkseid? So I'm wondering, is Joker kind of like a hero in this sequence? Like, is he kind of giving Batman advice now that he knows that there's a bigger threat than himself, the Joker?
If the Joker becomes Batman's life coach, that it's an apocalyptic world. So
maybe he lost Harley. Maybe Harley's dead, and maybe he's got nothing left to live for, and he's just kind of like, we need to kill this guy, and I know you're the one to do it.
I'm really looking forward to it, man. I really hope it's worth it because that Kermit the Frog meme where he like jumps off a building? That will be me, come late March if Snyder Cut doesn't land properly. So I don't know how much more heartache I can take. I mean, I'm 250 pounds now. My heart can't take much more. So the Snyder Cut Justice League, if it doesn't land, who knows what's going to happen. If the cholesterol doesn't kill me, the impact will. So we'll find out, though, when it comes out in late March. One of the things you were saying, too, is that this Joker, maybe, one of the most iconic things in the last decade, I feel, was the Injustice storyline where Joker killed Lois and Superman kind of loses his mind and just becomes this, evil tyrant. So maybe they're going to lean into that. I'm really looking forward to seeing more Nightmare Batman because it felt a lot like Mad Max Fury Road mixed with Batman. And that was one of the best parts to me in the Batman vs. Superman film.
There's a new trailer coming this Sunday, so we're going to have to talk about that as well. Stay tuned for that trailer reaction. But, a couple weeks coming up, I guess we'll see. I'm just glad to see Zack Snyder getting his vision fleshed out. And even if it is an Elseworld story, hey, man, I'll take it because apparently there's at least 3.5 hours worth of Zack Snyder's vision for the audience to see. Zack Snyder's kind of dropping the hints of he wants to explore the death of Robin, and Joker burning down Wayne Manor. I believe there was a toy when BVS came out of the Joker in the bat suit, spray painted, ha ha ha. And I was wondering if that was going to be in the movie of Joker kind of taking over Wayne Manor and learning Batman's identity. So I hope that we get a movie like that. Maybe we'll have to get the fans to petition, #release Under the Red Hood. Who knows? Either way, I'm excited. Hopefully WB at least gives him the keys for this to let him do what he wants. But if we're getting this in the first place, then hopefully there's more plans to it. But either way, we'll find out in a couple weeks. March 18th, Snyder Cut, baby. Anyways, that about wraps up today's episode of Twin Talk. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Comment below to join the discussion. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. We'll see you next time. Peace!